Hey everyone, just wanted to do a quick video on this installation of the gauge package for my Yamaha F70 interfacing into my Garmin. So this is just real quick. I watched a couple of YouTube videos to make sure I knew what the heck I was doing, but I won't go through all the steps. I've kind of already attached it to the engine and dry run some stuff. But essentially, you're going to order a NMEA kit with a Yamaha interface for the outboard, and I also ordered a NMEA starter kit. And the NMEA starter kit includes a couple of different T's, some terminators, a backbone cable, as well as an additional length. And then you order the cable with the interface for the outboard. And so I put this all together initially, just kind of attached it to the engine, ran it across the boat, hooked up some power to it, and attached it to the Garmin, and it worked. So I'm going to flip the camera around here and give you just kind of a short look at what's going on here. So here we have the Yamaha F70. It's a 70 horsepower, 4-stroke outboard. I've got the cowling off of this, and if you take a look here, you'll see right here there is an interface connection, this guy right here. I've attached that cable. This cable right here is the NMEA cable that attaches. I've run it around, I get a little slack in here, and then you have to run it through the housing. Now I ran it backwards so that the NMEA connection, which I'll show you in a minute, kind of comes through the engine here. I can tell you right now that there's a little plate that's right here and right here, and that's what holds this grommet that's in here where the cables run through. This was a little particular to be able to get going, but use a 10mm socket, remove this screw and remove this screw, and pull this metal plate back. And when you do, these cables that you see here all run into the engine housing with a rubber grommet. You pull that whole thing out. I backed the cable from the engine back through here. It was easier to get through that way. And then putting this grommet back in. It's a split grommet, so once you put that in there, you can push the grommet back in. It's squared on the starboard side, which is over here, my left side as I look at the engine. So you want to get it lined up there, and then you can put the 2 bolts on here. So I ran down here. I haven't cleaned everything up yet, but I can show you that the cable runs across the back here, and then underneath here. I should mention that I'm doing this install on my new Sun Chaser. I say new to me, Sun Chaser 22-foot LR. And so I ran the cable back along here, and my cable wasn't long enough, so I ended up, and you can kind of see where I am in the process here, ran it up into the battery compartment over here in the back corner, ran this around, and so I decided to put my power for the NMEA right here, which I put on the battery. I'm going to come up with a better solution than all these on the terminal. Also do some additional cleanup as well. Hook this up. There's some cable that's run here, and so I'm going to kind of keep the cable. Here's my NMEA connections. So for those, a quick lesson in NMEA, it's a backbone type of network, and so what I did is I've got my 2 T's here. I've got a terminator on this end, so this is my backbone that's running here. I've got 2 connectors here. One is my power that you see here. The other one is the cable that comes from the engine and the sensor on that here. Then this cable right here continues the backbone, and then we'll just follow this along the deck. And you will see as I bring it up here that right now I've got it interfaced right here with another T connector. Pretty much for every device you're going to want a T. And then this is terminated. So this is my backbone as it stands now. This cable right here is the cable that goes up to my Garmin. And you'll see on my Garmin that I have my gauges. So you can set this up in a number of different ways. This is a Garmin, I think it's a 73CV, but I'll clarify that in the description. So I've got that set up. I had set up the Garmin earlier last week, ran the transponder back to the back of the boat and replaced the one that was there, which was just for a depth finder. So I am going to just want to do a quick little video so people had an idea on maybe how that might work for you. I'm going to clean up all this wiring, run this backbone wire from the battery compartment up along and up to the console, clean everything up, and then I think we're going to go for a little sunset cruise. So thanks for listening. This will probably make it up here in the next day or so and give you a little idea. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'll probably have some more boat videos coming soon. Take care.